artists, and welcome back to Art with me, Miss Wegman. This week we are going to learn about Zentangles. Zentangles are just a really cool type of doodly artwork that really comes from your imagination. This is an example of one of my Zentangles that I'm going to show you how to do in a moment. What you're going to need for this project is just a piece of paper to draw on, and if you have Sharpies, I would advise using those. Otherwise, any kind of marker would do. If you have thin markers and thick markers, I would even take out both of those just so you have some differentiation. What you're not going to do with this project is you're not going to take a pencil, draw it all out first, and then trace over it with the marker. You're going to end up doing double the work, and there's no reason for doing that. So this is the kind of project where I want you to just trust yourself, trust your imagination, and go with your gut. You're literally making this up as you're going along, and that's part of the fun of Zentangles. So let's figure out how to make these. Come on.
I'm going to start off my Zentangle by creating a random shape and then splitting that shape into probably about 6 different sections. If you're doing a Zentangle on your entire sheet of paper, you can just split your entire paper into sections, but I'm going to do something just a little bit smaller just to make my design a little more interesting. Don't really think about what these shapes are going to look like. Literally just make it up. And I've decided that just making some of these lines, I've made this kind of funky diamond shape. I'm going to split it up. I've got 3 sections. 4. I'll make one more here. And I'm going to make one here. So these are going to be all my sections that I'm going to fill with my Zentangles. And again, as you can see, as I said before in the intro, I'm using Sharpie markers. I have regular fine point ones, and I also have the super duper skinny ones, the ultra fine points. And I'm just going to alternate between the 2 of these and just start creating my Zentangle patterns. I'm going to just make ones up that I'm familiar with, just make things up off the top of my head. A lot of them are going to start off as base designs that are probably going to turn into something more. For example, I might do kind of like a fish scale scalloped kind of design within this shape, but then I can start adding more to it to just expand upon it. Alright, this isn't a one and done, put some stripes in a shape thing and call it a day. See what else it can turn into. Zentangles could take a very short period of time, or you could get so caught up into creating them that, you spend several hours just working on the same thing. Either way, Zentangles are amazingly relaxing and really just a great way to pass the time and create some art just using some doodles.
Alright, and here you can see all of the things that I've added to my Zentangles in just a short period of time. I'm not going to say that I'm done with my Zentangle, because that's one of the greatest things about them, is that you could literally never be done with one until you run out of space on the paper. Maybe I might decide to extend to these other corners of my paper and actually fill the entire space. I could add some extra lines inside of these designs here. The possibilities are endless. Something I might recommend is to begin working on your Zentangle and maybe put it aside for a day or 2 and go back to it another day before you send it in, because you might look at it and realize that there's more you want to add. As always, remember to have fun, be creative, and send me a picture of your artwork when you're done. Have fun!